Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to this video. In this video we're going to solve this coding interview question, longest common prefix. Write a function to find the longest common prefix string amongst an array of strings. If there is no common prefix, return empty string. This is the problem statement. For example, if you are given this array of strings, amongst the strings in this array we have to find out the longest common prefix. Prefix is the beginning of a word. In these three strings, we have prefix, common prefix FL, FL, and FL. So the longest common prefix in these three strings is FL. If we're given this array of strings, we have to return the string FL. So for this given array, we have to return this string FL. If we are given this array of strings, in this array of strings, we see we have the longest common prefix is A. Okay, so we have to return the longest common prefix amongst the string, and that is A. So for this given array, we have to return the string A. If you are given this array of strings, in the strings we see that there is no common prefix. So for this given array, we have to return empty string. If you are given this array of strings, in this array amongst the strings, the longest common prefix is LE. So here we have LE, here we have LE, and also we have here LE. So for this given array of strings, we have to return LE. Here LE is the longest common prefix for this given array. So for this array of strings, we have to return this longest common prefix LE. Now how we can solve this problem? We can solve this problem by constructing a trie data structure. But we're going to solve this problem in linear time complexity. Let's see how we can solve this problem. For examples, let's say we're given this array of strings. First, what we're going to do, we're going to assume the string at index 0 is the prefix. So here we're assigning the string to this prefix variable. Then we're going to run a loop from the index 1 to the end. Okay, so we'll start iterating from this string. Now here what we're going to do, we're going to check using index of operator. Does this string start at in this string at index 0? We see no. So what we're going to do, we're going to remove the last character from this prefix string. Then we're going to check again, does this string ABC start at index 0 in this string ACCD? We see no. So we're going to remove the last character from here. Now we're going to check, does AV start at index 0 in this string ACCD? We see no. So we're going to remove this character B. Now we're going to check, does A start at index in this string A? We see yes, A start at index 0 in this string ACCD. Now let's move to the next string. Now here what we're going to do, we're going to check, does A start at index 0 in this string ADCD? We see that A start at index 0. So we're done. At the end we'll return this prefix. This is how we can solve this problem. Now let's take another example. For example, if you're given this array of strings, first we're going to assign the first string to this prefix variable. So we assume that the first string is our prefix. Now we're going to iterate this array from this string to the end. Now this is our current string. Now what we're going to do, we're going to check, does this string LeetCode start at index 0 in this string lead? We see no. So we're going to remove the last character. Then we're going to check it again. We see LEETCOD is not start at index 0. So we're going to remove the last character. And then we're going to check again. We see LEETCO is not start at index 0 in this string LEAD. So let's remove this character. Again, let's remove this character. by checking. Again, let's remove this character. Again, let's remove this character. Now we see that this string L is start at index 0. So we'll move to the next string. Since we found this prefix in this string start at 0. Now this is our next string. Now we're gonna check, does LE start at index 0? We see yes, LE start at index 0. So we'll return this prefix. So the answer for this array of strings is LE. If we're given this array of strings, in this strings we're going to assume flower is the prefix. Now we're going to check in this string, does flower start at index 0? We see no. So let's remove the last character. Does FLOWE start at index 0? We see no. So let's remove the last character. We see that flow start at index 0 in this string. Now let's move to the next string. Here we see flow does not start at index 0. So let's remove the last character from prefix. Now we see that FL start at index 0. So we'll return this prefix. This is how we can solve this problem. The solution will take figure of n time complexity. N is the sum of length of all strings in the given array. Now let's see the pseudocode. This is our pseudocode to solve this problem. First we have this function LCP. This function takes strings array as input. Then here we're checking if strings.length equals to 0, then we're returning empty string. Else we're going to assume the first string is our prefix. Then we're going to run a loop from second string to the end. Now here we're checking, does our current prefix is start at index 0 in our current strings. If that start at 0, then we'll move to the next string. If not, then we're removing the last character using this prefix substring 0, prefix.length -1. While running this loop, if we found prefix is empty, then we're returning empty string. At the end, we'll return just a prefix. For example, if you're given this array of string LeetCode, lead and lit, here we're going to assume LeetCode is the prefix. Then we have here the string lead. Now here, what we're going to do, we're going to run a loop from this string. Now we're going to check, does LeetCode start at index 0? We see no. So let's remove the last character. Does this string start at index 0 in the string lead? No. So let's remove last character and so on. So let's remove here. Now at this point, we see that LE start at index 0. So let's move to the next string. Now here we see LE start at index 0. So we're done. Now let's return this prefix. And here we have LE. And this is our answer. This is how we can solve this problem. This solution takes figure of n time complexity, where n is the summation of the length of all string in the given array, and this solution takes constant space complexity. Hope you've understood how to solve this problem. If you're not understanding this video explanation, let us know. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.